Hey gang, happy Saturday. Coach Fox here with your whiteboard demonstration, and we're going to get the warm-up and I think the Metcon all in one whiteboard here. So your warm-up is a 10-minute flow, as you guys have been seeing, and you've got 4 different stations in your 10-minute flow. The first is 8 each side, single arm Romanian deadlifts. Tucker will come in and demo something later. So feet are going to be about hip to shoulder width apart, single arm. I'm going to barely bend my knees, weight's going to travel in between the feet, and I'm keeping the shoulder packed down and back. So from the front, you see the weights coming in towards the middle of the feet. From the side, again, weights towards the middle, back is hinging or hip is hinging. And I'm keeping the shoulder packed, so I'm not letting the weight pull me forward, but keep it nice and tight. 8 one side, 8 the other, and these are a 3-second descent. So one more time, barely unlock the knees, come towards the middle of the feet, and then squeeze back up. Eat each arm there. And you're gonna move to a chair or a bench or something. I've got a table actually, a coffee table, and we're gonna be between 5 and 10 bench dips. So my hands are behind me, fingers are gonna point towards my feet, so I'm right off the edge of the table, and legs can be out in front. From here, I'm gonna let my hips sink down, and then press myself back up. As I move forward, or as I move down rather, my torso moves forward a little bit, my elbows go behind me, and then I press back up. So as I'm descending, I'm trying to not let the elbows flare, but rather keep them kind of tucked in. If that position doesn't feel great on the shoulder, option to do 5 to 10 push-ups as well, modifying those to the knees or to an elevated surface as appropriate. Third movement, you've got 8 to 12 V-ups. So on your mat or on the floor, whatever you've got, I'm gonna go from a hollow position to a V. So legs are straight, hollow at the bottom, pausing at the top. I can go fingertips down here for balance if I need. And you could also modify this to a tuck position with fingers down and out. So hollow at the bottom, coming up into a V. And then finally, your 4th station on the warm-up is gonna be 5 reps each of Y's, T's, and W's. So just from this angle here, Y, arms making a Y with the torso, T, thumbs are pointing behind me or to the ceiling, and then W coming into this position here. And this is gonna happen from a prone position on your mat again. So I'll show from the front. I'm belly down, belly braced, thumbs up. I'll do 5 Y's, thumbs out to the side, arms out to the side, 5 T's, and then finally tuck the elbows in, 5 W's. So maintaining that brace throughout, and that's your warm-up. So 10 minutes, probably looking at this warm-up, we're getting definitely at least 2 rounds, maybe 3 to 4 total rounds over there. And then your conditioning, again, interval style. You've got 8 different stations, 30 seconds of work at each one, and you're gonna go through 5 times. So once the clock begins, you're going for 20 total minutes here. So what are your stations? The first one is the sit-up. So again, have a mat or have a towel or something underneath you. And I'm gonna recommend using momentum for these sit-ups because you've got a whole lot of work ahead of you. Sitting nice and tall at the top. You can anchor your feet around your dumbbell if you need to. And if your tailbone's getting kind of rubbed raw, you don't have something to sit on, or usually you use an ab mat, you don't have that, then we could scale to 30 seconds alternating side bicycle crunches. After those 30 seconds, you're gonna move to a swing. So second station is the swing. I've got a dumbbell here. If you've got a kettlebell, it's even more natural. You guys are familiar with swings. So for the dumbbell, I can either grab the top globe and I can do a Russian swing here, or if it's a little bit heavier, a little bit bigger, I might actually grab the handle. Same thing, Russian swing. And if you feel comfortable, maybe taking this thing all the way overhead. So 30 seconds of swings, and then your 3rd station is gonna be a hollow position. So I'm back on the floor. This is kind of where the V-up began. Arms out, legs out. This is my hardest version. This is a little bit easier. This is a little bit easier still. So we're holding that hollow for 30 seconds. After the sit-ups, the swings, you hit the hollow, and then you get 30 seconds of rest. And then we're moving on to kind of the other side. 30 seconds of shoulder to overhead. So again, I've got my dumbbell I'm gonna demo. This is gonna go 15 seconds one side, 15 seconds the other. Start with your less dominant arm. Know how many reps you can do there, and then try to match it on the other side. That's gonna be my recommendation for today. So any version of shoulder to overhead is okay. Weight starts at the shoulder. I could do strict presses if I have a little bit of a lighter weight. I could do push presses using some momentum to get me overhead. After 15 seconds switching, and if it's heavier still, then my shoulder to overhead could be a jerk where I'm driving with the legs, moving back under to catch before standing and resetting. Next station after the shoulder to overhead, plank position. So I'm gonna hold 30 seconds. Either tall plank, nice straight line through the body, or forearm plank, that's gonna be a little bit tougher. And I'm trying to maintain, like we did in that supine position, a hollow body shape. So abs are on, not just hanging out on the shoulders. After the plank, this is kind of brutal today. After the plank, 30 seconds, what's my next station? Burpee. So I'm already down here. I hit the floor, come in, and pop up. You can jump out, go full chest and thighs to the floor. You could walk out, full chest and thighs to the floor, and you could also jump out or jump in and leave out that push-up entirely and not go all the way down to the floor. And then after the burpee, you get 30 seconds of rest. You do the whole thing 4 more times. So again, 5 rounds, 8 total stations, so you're going for 20 minutes once you start going. Sit up, swing hollow, rest, and then shoulder to overhead, plank, burpee, rest. Try to move right from that plank position right down to the floor into those burpees. That should be a fun transition today. Have fun, guys.